Hey guys, this is Tony with Inner Geek Designs. Today I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about Pantones and Affinity and how you can use them, what books to use, what are Pantone books, and just do an overall of Pantones and how to use them in Affinity. Unlike Adobe, Affinity has the current Pantone books built in. Adobe right now doesn't have any Pantones book unless you get a plugin from Pantone. So this comes in with your free Affinity suite already with Pantones. That's a huge deal on its own. So let's hop into it. So here we are in Affinity. I just got a blank document here. So when we talk about Pantones, we're talking about Pantone books, and we're talking about specific colors that we're trying to call out. So let's go over here to our swatches first. Let's pull this up. Now under this tab, we will actually have different books, and we'll have the defaults already are here. So these are the defaults. We have colors, we have gradients, and there's some basic gradients here. We have grays, and I could switch this to go to appearance, show as list. It'll show as a group. But down here we have our color books. Let's go through and see what we're looking at with these books. There are select books that I would mainly focus on as a designer. They are the CMYK coded and uncoded, the Formula Guide solid colors, and the color bridges. What's the difference between all of these? We'd have to start looking at actual physical Pantones to understand this. The big difference is Pantone CMYK means that these colors are built for CMYK, so these are what you're going to see when you have a printed color. But most of the time when you're calling for a Pantone, you'll see 131C, 131U. That is calling for the Formula Guide books. Bridge between these, not pun intended, is the color bridge coded and uncoded. These are actually books that will show you what the color looks like as the spot color and the exact mix that you would make in like a offset press versus what you can make in a CMYK or how you can get close to it. It's good to have these books to have a conversation with your client that like, hey, this is the Pantone color you're calling for. This is how close we could possibly get it off with our printer. Are we happy with this, or do we need to try to get closer? And then you can start printing and trying to get closer. What you see in the Pantone book is not what's going to come off your printer exactly, but it gets you a starting point to have that conversation and go through that process at least. So let's open up one of these books. For right now, I'm just going to open the Formula Guide Solid Coded V5. The V is very important. That lets you know which version of book you're using. Each version of book is printed, and you need to make sure that your print book matches that version, your Pantones here match that version, and that your printer can actually read that version. All of these need to match because when you're trying to use your color matching system in a Pantone, it needs to match to that. Version 3 versus version 5, a color could shift that drastic. Even version 4 to 5, a color could shift. Based on the formula build, based on how it's looking, depending on what color your room is, what your walls are, depending on if the book's aged. All these things can come in handy. So as you can see, we have all these colors. These are the whole Pantones. They're in color order. When I'm using Pantones in Affinity, I like to pull this out. But if you don't see the swatches, go to Windows, go to General, and then go to Swatches, and that'll pull this up. I like to pull this out a little bit though, so I can see them better. I'm gonna hit this arrow first. I'm gonna go to Appearance, go to Medium, and then I'll go to Appearance, and I'll go to Shows List. Now I can see my Pantone names. Each of these names means something. They let you know where they are in the color book. It's pretty easy to understand it once you have a Pantone book in front of you. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to search for my Pantone. So I know I need to find 131C. I'll type 131. Anything with 131 will show up, but here's my Pantone right here. I'm going to get my circle tool. And I'll just click it, and now it's that Pantone. I'll get rid of the stroke on here. And if I go to colors, and I go to tints, with this selected, I can now see that it is Pantone. It is a spot color. All these things need to be important when making sure this works. So let's go to another Pantone library. Let's go back here. Let's go to coded bridge. So we still have our search going on for 131. That's fine. So we can now do this, and we can make this circle and make sure it's this color. As you see, these colors are coming out drastically different now that I overlapped them on top of each other. This is because the color mix is built different. So if we actually click these and get them bigger, we can see our CMYK build is different here. We have 1948, 102. Now if we go here, 0, 39, 111. Those are drastically shifting colors. So it may be beneficial to print both of these and see how's it going. If you have a customer that's very particular about their color, try printing both and have them do a printed proof and see how it's going. You can do this with any Pantone. So let's say 432. I know that's like a grayish color. There we go. And then we hit the process colors here. We could also do this with CMYK. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, like and subscribe. And comment down below about what you want to learn next in Affinity. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.